Hey, what is up everybody, it's Truth Chaos here, and today I'm bringing you guys some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 gameplay. I've actually got 3 different gameplays in the background. It's kind of, I guess, highlights of the session I just played. There is this Demolition gameplay, which is just the first round. I thought was pretty good. And then there is a round of Safeguard, or 2 different Safeguard gameplays, 1 round from each of the games themselves. That were just kind of like the highlight rounds, I guess you would say. So the classes I'm using is in this one on Demolition. I'm using the I almost said the AK, the KN-44 with Quick Draw, Grip, and Fast Mags with Sixth Sense, Scavenger, Dead Silence, and Awareness. Then in the first Safeguard gameplay, we're using the Shiva, which I'll put the classes on the screen when those gameplays come up. I'm using the Shiva with the Elo sight, with stock, rapid fire, and fast mags with fast hands, scavenger, and tactical mask, I do believe. And then in the second Safeguard gameplay, here's the Shiva class setup right here for you. And in the second Safeguard gameplay, I'm going to be using the FFAR with overclock, fast hands, scavenger, and tactical mask with grip, quick draw, and fast mags. So what I want to talk about today is actually my thoughts on Infinite Warfare and everything that we've seen. I know I'm a week behind, but I took the whole week to watch plenty of videos and get just kind of take in all the information that we got and really develop a good opinion on it. So first I want to talk about the way the game looks, as far as like graphics and everything. It looks like Black Ops 3 and COD Ghosts met and had a baby. I know a lot of people have said that, but that's what it looks like to me. As far as like the actual like graphics of the game, it kind of reminds me of COD Ghosts and maybe a little bit of Modern Warfare 3. But as far as like gameplay, like the way it's gonna play is like Black Ops 3 and Ghosts combined. So pretty excited about that. Another thing, the maps, from what I understand, pretty much all the maps are small to medium sized maps that are your classic 3-lane maps. So I think that's pretty good. Definitely a good change from Ghosts, that's for sure. Because in Ghosts, the maps were way too big, and they really, like, the way they were designed, there just was really not any good flow to the maps. So I think they're definitely improving on the maps from what I've seen, anyways. Also, they're bringing back specialists, but they're called rigs. Pretty interested to see about those. A lot of them look very similar to how Black Ops 3's specialists are. So I'm interested to see how it's gonna play. One thing I do think is cool is that everybody gets a specialist weapon, or they have their special weapon. I don't really know what they're gonna call them. And then you also get 3 traits to choose between. So each rig has 3 different weapons that you can choose, or 3 different lethal attacks, because not all of them are weapons per se. But 3 different lethal attacks you can choose between to use, as well as 3 different traits you can choose to have. So I think that's pretty cool. It's going to add to the customization of the game. The score streaks look pretty good. They don't look like they're, from what I've seen, they don't look like they're going to be as good as the score streaks in Black Ops 3, which the score streaks in Black Ops 3 are, they were decent at best at launch, but obviously, they did update the score streaks and make them more powerful and stuff like that, so it definitely ended up making the game play a little bit better. So score streaks, though, they look like they're a lot better than they were in Ghosts, but I don't think they're going to be as good as the ones in Black Ops 3. I think they're going to kind of sit in between, but we will see. So my big thing that I'm kind of worried about, I'm not really sure what to think on it right now, is the weapons and the weapon variants, to be more specific. So overall, the base weapons that we've seen all look pretty good. They look like they got that kind of classic look to them, classic feel. There's some energy weapons, but more or less they pretty much are they're like your average ballistic weapons, but they just shoot like blue shots pretty much. But you know, they're calling them energy weapons or whatever. Not like energy weapons like we saw in Advanced Warfare with the EM1 and stuff like that, but I don't know, they look pretty good. But the weapon variants thing is kind of what I'm worried about, and more specifically is the traits. I guess, would you call them weapon traits or weapon perks? I'm not really sure what they're calling them, but that's kind of what I'm worried about, because one of the things I'm really excited for in Infinity War games is the nuke or Moab or Chemstrike, whatever you want to call it. Is usually what I'm pretty excited for. So the fact that the nuke or Moab or whatever is not available to everyone unless you get a weapon variant that has that weapon trait slash perk for it, kind of pisses me off a little bit, because I don't want to have to hope to get a weapon variant that has that available for me. I want to be able to use any weapon that I want at any time and go for a Moab or a nuke or something like that. So I'm kind of worried that the weapon variants aren't going to be balanced, and I'm also not really a big fan of the nuke being a trait for a weapon variant, for specific weapon variants. I'm not really thrilled about it, but you know, I'm anxious to play the game and try it out and see what's going on with all of that. So the next thing I want to talk about is the beta. I was right. I was right. I made a video a while back when I first pre-ordered Infinite Warfare, and I was talking about how I got the code on my receipt for my 500 COD points or whatever that they given me, and there was another code that said it was for a special offer in Infinite Warfare. And my first thought was like, alright, well, they gave me COD points for Black Ops 3, so maybe it's a code for something to do with the supply drops that are going to be in Infinite Warfare, because as we all know, they haven't officially said they're coming back, but I mean, let's be real. Supply drops do too good for them not to return in Infinite Warfare. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be for probably a long time in Call of Duty. We're going to have supply drops of some sort. But then also another thought of mine was, well, it didn't say specifically it was going to be for supply drops. So what if it was a code for a beta? Sure enough, that's what it was. It was a code for the beta, because I went to go try to put the code in or see what the code was for, and it said I had already entered the code for the beta, because I went to the Call of Duty website to try to see what I could do about getting the beta, because I had pre-ordered the game, and it said I've already entered the code for the beta and I'm good to go. I don't have nothing to worry about. And I was like, oh sweet, dude, I bet that was a code, that special offer code that they gave me. So I'm definitely excited to play the beta. As we all know, it comes out October 14th on PS4 first, so I'm definitely excited for that. We got about, what, I guess a little over a month before we're gonna get to play the beta, so I'm super excited to play the beta. And I think it was a smart move on their part to do a beta, and I think Infinite Warfare is going to surprise a lot of people, as far as you know, everybody was hating on it if they first did the reveal, but after seeing the multiplayer reveal and stuff like that, I think it's gonna be a really good game. The only thing I saw as far as the gameplay we've seen so far, like people were worried about like zero gravity maps and stuff, is there was the one map that was the smallest map I think they got to play at COD XP, and the only thing that was zero gravity about it is whenever the characters died, they just kind of floated up in the air. But other than that, it was pretty much boots on the ground. And that's another thing I noticed, is that it seems like people don't really boost around as much in this game. So I'm definitely interested to play the game, try it out. I cannot wait for the beta. But anyways, that's all I have time for. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on what we know about Infinite Warfare so far. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see more from me. And anyways, I hope you all are having a great day. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.